Hi, I'm Severi from HoRNet Plugins. I think it's time to show you how our latest plugin, ZeroEQ, works. It's the second plugin of our Zero line. With this line of plugins, we want to create something that's easier and faster to use than regular equalizer, compressor, thanks to built-in intelligence that can set the parameters of the plugin by itself, just listening to the audio that is going to work with. The first plugin we released was ZeroComp, a compressor that, according to the characteristic of your audio, sets automatically its parameters, attack, release, threshold, ratio. Now it's the time for ZeroEQ. This equalizer borrows the Auto EQ algorithm from our flagship Total EQ MK2 and packed it into a simple to use plugin. It's a much simpler interface where you have a limited control over how the equalization is being applied, while with Total EQ MK2 you can individually change any of the point of equalization that the auto algorithm create. This time you can only tweak the amount of them, how scooped is your sound, how fixed is your sound, and how bright or dark is your sound. It gives you a general balance and a general tone control that is very helpful while you are in that mood and you are producing and not mixing, and you want to hear the sound like it's almost there. It's polished, it's fine, it's sounding good, but you are not going to spend that much time by tweaking every parameter of your plugins of equalization, compression, and so on. So I thought, what's the best way to show how this plugin works? Well, of course, is to load it into one session and try to mix with it. So here we are into my Reaper session, which is completely empty. We'll now listen to the drum bass of this song, and we'll try to use ZeroEQ to make the single part sound good. So first thing, I'm gonna put ZeroEQ on the individual sounds. In this case, the inside microphone of the kick drum. So let's first make it analyze our audio, and see what happens. So yet it has done some analysis, and let me give a little bit more volume to the track so we can hear it better. So we have just found this frequency here that needs to be fixed because it's a bad sounding one according to our auto algorithm, and there's not much more to do, honestly. It's very balanced, just a little bit decrease in the low end to make it sound more natural. So if I like this tone as it is, I can just move on, or maybe, and I say maybe, just maybe, give it a little bit more brightness. Here we are. And just a little bit less correction. Perfect. Now let's move on to the next one, the out microphone. Let it learn. And we got this other EQ, which is very similar to the inside microphone. So we need almost the same thing. Just give a little bit more brightness. But in this case, since it's outside the kick, we want to curve a little bit of the mids to make it sound more hi-fi. And a little bit less correction. And here we are. Then we go to the bus that mixes these two together, and we add another ZeroEQ to equalize the whole thing together. And we got very similar results. So now what we're gonna do is to reduce a little bit of correction and give it a little bit more scooped sound, and maybe a little bit of brightness overall. Too much? Less? And here we are. Then, once we're done with the kick, we move on to the snare. And we do the same. ZeroEQ over here. This time is more complex. As you can see, we have an high pass here that the plugin sets automatically for us, some correction here, here, and a little bit of tonal shaping. And I honestly like it as it is, so I leave it alone and I move on to the next track. ZeroEQ. And press play, let it learn the audio. Now this is not correctly right in my opinion, so I'm going to reduce here the tone and give a little more brightness to the resonance downward looking microphone of the snare, and maybe a little bit of V shape. And our final equalizer. Okay, so we got this final sound. I want it a little bit brighter. And maybe a little bit more correction here. Not too much. That's fine. And this is our final snare sound. I lower this down a little. And then we move on to the overheads. We are not going to equalize the two overheads track individually because they are a stereo pair, so they need to be treated at one single sound. So I will just drop a ZeroEQ. So a little bit more brightness to make this cymbal stand out. A little bit of V-shape. And we should be ready to go. And now the last one, the room microphone, which gives the overall impression of the kit. Okay, this is already good in my opinion, so just a little bit more volume. And this is how it sounds. Very natural, very polished, and almost ready. Let me just let you hear how it sounds when I bypass our equalization and enable it once again while playing. This is the raw sound. And the Q sound. And it really literally took very few minutes to do this. So we got our drum kit almost ready in something like 5-6 minutes. So let me put another ZeroEQ on the drum bass. And here we are. Listen, this is very important in the equalization. You can hear how it changes, but to make sure that you understand that it's the tone that changes and not the loudness, I'm going to enable the equal loudness button. With this on, the plugin keeps the same level in the output as it finds in the input. So you can judge only the tonal change and not being fooled by any loudness change due to the equalization we made. So here it is with the plugin off. And now I'll switch it on. You see how this nasty resonance from the snare has been tamed here and has been fixed. And we also found something here that is always also coming from the snare that is conflicting with something else, and it's been fixed. Then it was probably a little too bright, and the overall tilt is on the negative side, so we got a little bit darker sounding kit at the moment. And I think it's perfectly good. And now I just move to the bass guitar and see what we have. It's definitely too loud. Okay, we got a distorted bass guitar. Let's try to see what ZeroEQ come up with. So it gave us a little bit more presence over here, which is definitely needed to make the distorted guitar, the bass guitar, stand out in the mix. And it removes some frequency here that was clashing with the fundamental of the bass guitar. So let's try to make it sit. Just let me tweak the level so it sounds good. Okay. I think it's already good. I won't do anything else to this sound. Just let me add this other bass guitar track, which is a clean one, so it's a layered sound. Let's see what we can do with our ZeroEQ. It had definitely too much bass sound here, so it removed the bass sound over here, and not really much more than this. So let me use this sound for the bolts of the sound and the distorted one for the presence. So let's go like this. Okay, something like this is good. You got the bolts and you got the presence. So now we have to move to the distorted guitar that we are going to treat as a uniform, a single instrument, because they are evenly distorted. Sorry, definitely too high. Okay, let me just fix these faders that are all the way. Okay, now I'm going to treat them as a single instrument and see what ZeroEQ comes up with. Interesting curve. So since it's unbalanced, the sound is too much toward the mid-range, the upper mid-range, we got this nice boost here and a little bit of correction over here. I would like to have it more hi-fi too, so this is what I want. So you see how fast we are going. We are mixing the song without spending any time really on equalization, and we're going very fast. So what can we do? Let's see if we have some vocals. Let me find the vocals. Should be here. Okay, we got the vocals over here, so I will stick a ZeroEQ on it and see what we come up with.
Altro che flow, altro che beat, altro che ritmo. Su strumento zittisce, guarda, mi sembra un mimo. Questo è un suono vero, la mente dentro il pensiero, il sentiero, restando lucidi, ti cura come un siero per voi che mischiate via.
So a lot of corrections over here, because we got a lot of resonances in this recording, and it's being fixed, rumble removed, a little bit more body, and see, I want a little bit more of this shape because I want a more hi-fi sound overall for this song.
Altro che flow, altro che beat, altro che ritmo. Su strumento zittisce, guarda, mi sembra un mimo. Questo è un suono vero, la mente dentro il pensiero, il sentiero, restando lucidi, ti cura come un siero per voi che mischiate via passite, create creatività dannosa come meningite, poi ve la ridete. Credete di stare in cima alla parete, basta pigiare dell'ete, vi sgretolerete come crete. Troppi finti, troppi fake, gonfie colorati, cupcake. Sembrate remake in studio, altro che one take. Ma ancora respirate se l'autotune non ve lo setta Mandrake. C'è più contenuto in uno slogan notato che nei vostri testi scritti.
Okay, so now let's put a ZeroEQ on the master.
Altro che flow, altro che beat, altro che ritmo. Su strumento zittisce, guarda, mi sembra un mimo. Questo è un suono vero, la mente dentro il pensiero, il sentiero, restando lucidi, ti cura come un siero per voi che mischiate via passare.
Nope, this is the wrong part to make an automatic equalizer analyze the track because it's too sparse. So let me put it here.
Altro che flow, altro che beat, altro che ritmo.
Perfect.
Zittisce, guarda, mi sembra un mimo. Questo è un suono vero, la mente
Equal loudness on, bypass on, and this is the unprocessed sound.
Altro che flow, altro che beat, altro che ritmo. Su strumento zittisce, guarda, mi sembra un mimo. Questo è un suono suono è vero, l'amate dentro il pensiero, il sentiero, restando lucidi ti cura come un siero per voi che mischiate, vi appassite, create creatività dannosa come meningite, poi ve la ridete, credete di stare in cima alla parete, basta pigiare dell'ete, vi sgretolerete come crete. Troppi finti, troppi fake, gonfie colorati, cupcake, sembrate il remake del remake, in studio altro che one take, ma ancora respirate se l'autotune non ve lo setta Mandrake, c'è più contenuto, non
We got a lot of clarity. We got our balance. We got everything automatically. So keep in mind, how much time did we spend equalizing this track? This is what ZeroEQ is meant to do. And not get you to the perfect result, but save you time and get you 80, 90% there. So you can lately tweak your equalizer with Total EQ MK2, for example, and let you go in the flow. When you produce and mix together, this is the tools you want because you want to be fast. You don't want to lose your inspiration and you want to keep on messing around with settings that you are going to fine tune later anyway. This is ZeroEQ. It's available right now on www.hornetplugins.com. We have a demo. If you want to try it out, feel free to download it. It's completely free. Download the demo. Use it for as long as you want. We don't have any time limitation. It just silences out every 30 seconds or so. If you have questions, comments, or any other thing you want to say to us, just drop a line here below in the comment section or write me an email personally. I read everything and I reply, or on our forum, social medias, whatever you prefer. So thank you very much for watching the video and catch you next time.